Today, well, actually, yesterday, Ivory Tower released this car. Out of the blue, out of nowhere. It was just a tweet. And now it is available to purchase in this game. So I'm going to do that right now. Now, this car, if you haven't been following the whole debate, is crew credits only, which is a bit strange. It's a very strange situation because normally what would happen is these vehicles would be available as Summit rewards. That's usually what the special limited edition vehicles are for. Now, how you feel about those is a different story. I think it's pretty nice. Okay. Rewarding specific people that spent the time to grind, they still do that. So in comes this pack, which costs roughly, I think it's what, $15, £15, depending on where you are. So obviously less if you get bundles and blah, 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 blah. It's a bit of a weird one because Ivory Tower has done this once before, and it was, at least as far as we know, a mistake. They did actually rectify the issue. They removed the fact that it was crew credits only, and they added the ability to purchase it with in-game money. Now, whether they're going to do that, I don't know. Because you can already, obviously, they already gave us the Mitsubishi for free previously, just not this specific model. So over on Reddit, which I don't normally talk about because Reddit's usually a very dark place, they've been having the debate, and a constructive debate. I'd say the crew Reddit is probably my favorite Reddit to browse because it's not just BlackPanthaa need to go in the pinata. But what they have come and said is that it is identical performance-wise to the normal Eclipse. So there's not really any reason to purchase this one over the other. Of course, this one is a special version that's very limited time, and once it's gone, I imagine if this is not gone forever, right? I'm not a fan of the underglow, to be honest with you. It's a bit aggressive. It's not my favorite, but we're gonna give it a quick drive. So, yeah, what is going on here? Why are they doing it differently? Well, I guess realistically they're just experimenting. Maybe Ubisoft told them to do it. There's no real conclusive pointing finger here. But what I'm gonna say is that they tried it before. We complained. I think they tried it, or it was either a mistake, and they fixed it instantly. But I'm gonna say I understand where people are coming from. But what I'm not gonna say is that this is the worst practice I've ever seen. Mobile games, anyone that's experienced mobile games, you know how it is. And I've never ever understood. I'm not saying that it justifies it, but I've never ever understood why on earth mobile games can charge 40, 50, 60 pounds for one single car, and that's okay. Because it's a free game, Theo. Huh? So it's okay for me to spend 60 pounds per car in a game because it's free? That makes no sense to me. Here's where I'm gonna jump and say, would you prefer for them to do this car, or would you prefer them to do a car that's not in the game and charge crew credits only for it? This is where I'm starting to think, because they've released a lot of free vehicles. Forza, for example, had a season pass, and that to me is how they start to fund the adding in of other cars. We all know Gran Turismo, for example, adding cars constantly for free. People pay for them. They're building 10 cars at a time and adding 5 of them and then saying, you know, we'll charge for these. Kind of. We know some people, the dedicated fans, are going to grind for it, which you can do the same on this game. I actually completely forgot you can get crew credits without paying for them. Do you remember? The contracts. You can get crew credits. Of course, it would be a hell of a grind, but it is possible. So I think it's a similar situation to Gran Turismo, but the difference is you can purchase the base car in the game anyway. Would you rather they do that with a car that we can't purchase currently? No, hell no. I don't want that. That's why it annoyed me more so in the past. That's why this time I'm not massively against it, in that people complain about having to grind for cars anyway. People complain about everything we throw at them. Let's be real. But I'm going to say the community is split on it. They need to tread carefully. But let's have a look, see if we can actually do anything to this car, because of course that's why you're here. You don't want to hear me jibber-jabber about my opinion on it, unless you do. Then you just had a whole video length worth of it. So go into customization. Yeah, so no colors, no visual parts. We can do liveries, so it does mean we get to have an idea about how many people. So this rap has had 40 downloads. This one has had 24. This one's had 16. So a decent amount of people have been purchasing this car. And the fact is, it has really, really cool parts, and oh my, it's glitched again. It has really, really cool parts, and I completely understand why people would be like upset that they cannot get their hands on this for free. No, I want this livery. I want this, but I'm gonna keep the standard livery for now. And what I want to do is put on some vanity bits. So of course it has the tires, which they're a bit much. Those actually look pretty cool with it. They are off-road tires, though, annoyingly. Let's go with something a bit more laid back and simple. I think that's more my style, so I'm going to do that. And then the underglow. We're doing the NOS. The underglow, I think we'll just do a normal red underglow, because that looks a little bit nicer. Or maybe a blue. We'll go for the red. So I'm going to say me personally, the way I would prefer it to be done is for this car to be a summit reward. Which people do disagree with that, but I think less people. I think this is a summit reward car. But then what are they going to charge the CC packs for? Do you know what I mean? It's an interesting one. They've got, maybe they to support the game for longer, because that's ultimately what it's going to do. It's going to support the game for the rest of us, the people that want to buy this car. And you really don't have to. We're going to see, I think, a result of what happens, because are they going to make enough money on it to consider doing this again? Are we going to get a mix of some of them are summit cars, some of them are not? That's a what? We'll find out. Because if it works, we're going to see more of these. Are you more likely to get the car if it's a summit reward, or more likely to get it if it's crew credits? That's what I want to know. But here's an interesting idea. I've just thought about this. You can get crew credits, can't you, from the summits? And if not, if crew credits were the reward for the summit, which allowed you to purchase the limited car or buy it, how would that feel? It's quite interesting, isn't it? That's quite interesting. I think for me to agree to something like that, I would have to say they have to have got gold on the summit. They have to have attempted the summit. And I'm not talking they play one event. I'm talking about they gave it a go. And you get more crew credits, obviously, you get crew credits for coming first, and then you get the ability to purchase a car. I don't know. That's just an interesting model. There's a bunch of models. I'm pretty sure that's being considered. But as long as they keep adding these cars for free, for example, on Friday, is it next Friday, a bunch of new bikes, and the hobbies, which is introducing 3 brand new cars to the game for us to customize and play with, rather than just a rehashed one. That's why it doesn't offend me so much, I think. But let's smash this event, get it over and done with, through and through. It drives just like the other one. The other one drives really, really well. I actually prefer the other one because you can put the Fast and Furious livery on it. This one looks a little bit more aggressive. It's kind of like they did with the Evo, the special edition. I mean, it's like all the Summit special editions that they decide to do. I'm going to say this ain't my favorite, but once I throw a livery on here, I think it's going to look pretty damn swanky. I would say livery's going to come off, though. I might even just put the Paul Walker livery on this. That'll look pretty sweet. Oh, no. That will look pretty sweet. I think the interior of mine was actually a little bit nicer as well. The one we can... I guess we can modify the interior of the other version of it. The little turbo wine in there. It's so nice. I love it. I want an Eclipse so bad. You guys know I love Eclipses. So I was gonna get one anyway. Oh, were those green? Oh, they're green. I thought they were yellow for a millisecond. It is now daytime. I forgot to remove the tire smoke effect. I'm not a tire smoke man. But yeah, this is the new Eclipse. Would I recommend purchasing it? Only if you really like the damn Eclipse, which I do. So I purchased it. But Ivory Tower, it's been time now. Where are our custom plates? We gotta do it. Come on. We have to do it. All right, thanks so much for watching this video. I'm sure the comments are gonna be interesting. And I totally get it. I totally get it. I'm very I'm very interested to see what people's opinions on this are overall. All right, be sure to smash like, subscribe if you're not. I'll see you in the next The Crew 2 video, which is going to be a bunch next week. I'm so excited. Until next time, peace.